Hello, everyone. Welcome in to the final fantasy football live stream Sunday morning thing that we've got. Some of you have been watching Joe Pisapia and probably setting terrible lineups. We're here to fix that right now. Welcome, everybody. I'm on my second cup of coffee. Everything is good. Let's make sure that we are going to win some championships here. I'm going to get to 1 million questions. First, let me catch you up on the actives and inactives that we've got here. Lamar Jackson, as you guys know, probably by now is inactive. Here's a question you're going to get a lot, I'm sure. Where do you have Tyler Huntley? 14th for me. I have him lowest among the Taysom Hill, Trey Lance trio right there, the Russian quarterbacks. That's just where I am. Tough matchup against the Rams. I expect there to be a little bit of a book out on him. I have Lance highest, okay? I have Lance 10th overall. Emmanuel Sanders is out. We kind of expected that. That bumps up the stock a little bit of Gabriel Davis and Cole Beasley, but I don't know, not a ton in a game that I expect the Bills to win fairly easily. Antonio Brown and Mike Evans are up. I expect Evans to be limited. That doesn't mean that he'll probably find the end zone because it's Mike Evans. And Antonio Brown is up. I am ranked at wide receiver 10. There's risk there with the ankle. He certainly could hurt it going in, but I am starting him. Justin Fields is out. We already know that. N'Keal Harry is a healthy scratch. That's really what we're looking at. That's all the news. Everybody loves it. Are we ready to get into some questions? Let's go. I'll put them up here like this because now for this one we are controlling it. Little Giant says Kyler Murray or Jalen Hurts. For me, it's Hurts. We've seen Murray struggle of late without DeAndre Hopkins. It's a tougher matchup. Hurts should be very good. Lance or Burrow? I have Trey Lance one spot ahead of Joe Burrow today, but they're projected nearly identically. So however you feel about it is okay with me. But I am going to go with Lance because I think the floor is higher. PPR, Howard, Scott, or Pollard? This one's pretty close. And the bottom line is that we don't necessarily know what we're going to get from the Eagles running backs. Right now, the way I rank it is Pollard slightly higher, especially in PPR. So that's what I would do. Pick 2, full PPR, Mitchell, Harris, Cordero Patterson, or Chase Edmonds. I'm going to go with Mitchell, and I'm going to go with Harris, even in full PPR. I just don't know how much we're going to see from Chase Edmonds necessarily. So that's where I'm going to go. If you wanted to swap out Edmonds for Mitchell, I'm okay with that. Let's go to Jay Stein. Jamar, this is how we're going to do it, by the way, today, guys. I'm going to go rapid fire for an hour. Let's go. Chase or Higgins? I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen on the other, but I think you have to go Higgins at this point, just given what we've seen. AB or Metcalf in full PPR, despite the fact that I'm worried about AB's health, I'm still going to go with AB over Metcalf just because we have not seen enough from Metcalf. The weather is not going to be great and everything like that. Full PPR, 2 flex spots, Mooney, Pitts, or plug-in Rex Burkhead, James Conner, Dare Agabu. Oh, goodness. Okay. I think I'm going to go with, you're not going to like it, but it's going to be Agumbawale and Patterson for this one. I just think the volume is going to be there for both guys. Again, I just don't know what to expect from Conner, given the fact that his ankle has been so, his heel has been so limiting and everything like that. So that's where I'm going to go with that. Pick 2, Gallup, Scott, Gabe Davis, or Devontae Smith. I'm going to go with Gallup, and I'm going to go with Devontae Smith. Personally, you could go with Scott. And look, I'm not going to be surprised if one of the running backs here for the Eagles has a huge game, but we just don't know which one it's going to be. We don't know how it's going to break down. So I am avoiding them personally if I can. I would start the 2 receivers, but if you do want to go with Scott, that's fine. I would put him in over Gallup if you do. Alvin Kamara or Rashad Penny? I'm going with Alvin Kamara. I think he's going to have a bounce back game here, so I'm not too worried about that. Full PPR, pick 3, Penny, Mitchell, Michelle, Damian Harris, or Josh Jacobs. Okay, I am going to go there with Michelle for 1. I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs for 2. I'm always a little higher on Josh Jacobs. Sorry, guys. And I'm going to go, if you're in PPR, I'd go with Penny over Harris. Let's go with Mr. Wuchter. Singletary, Gabe Davis, or MBS half PPR. That's Singletary, and it is not that close for me. Dan, Renfro, Penny, or Elijah Mitchell in PPR. Oh, man, that's really close. All 3 of them are really close. I'm going to go with Renfro just in PPR because I do think that the catches are going to make the difference there. That's where I'm personally going. But other than that, I wound up moving Penny 1 spot ahead of Elijah Mitchell, 15 minutes ago. I've been debating those back and forth. PPR, pick 2, Edmonds, Michael Carter, or Michael Pittman. I am going to go with Michael Pittman Jr. I'm going to go with that for 1 because the running backs aren't that safe necessarily. And then I'm going to go with Chase Edmonds over Michael Carter. Again, against the Bucks, just not something where I'm jonesing to start Carter. Lance or Kyler Murray is a question that I've gotten a million times so far this week, and I have Murray ranked one spot ahead of Lance. I realize that Lance could go nuts and Murray could struggle again, but I do think there's still the floor there with Murray. It's going to be a shootout. It's a high total. I think you'll see enough production there to make it worthwhile. Pick one, full PPR, Mitchell, Sony, or Darrell Williams. I'm going to go with Sony. It's close, especially in PPR where Sony's value is a little lower there. Darrell Williams gets a little higher, but there's enough of a gap in the projection of what I expect their yardage to be for Michelle to make up for it. Antonio Brown or CeeDee Lamb in PPR. So earlier in the week, I did have Antonio Brown higher. I do now have CeeDee Lamb higher. I realize that slot, is not necessarily where you attack the Cardinals, but I do think this is going to be a great game for the Cowboys offense. Overall, Dak goes nuts at home. The Cardinals have really struggled to contain wide receivers of late, so I am going with that. Ronald Jones or Rashad Penny or Sony Michel in standard. I am going with Jones personally, but I admit that there is risk there because they probably can beat the Jets running you as the running back behind them. So if he fumbles in the first drive, you might see all Keyshawn Vaughn. If you do pivot, I am personally going to Sony Michel. Standard, Burrow or Herbert. I am going to go with Justin Herbert in this one. This is very close. I'm just being honest with you guys. The difference in my rankings between 4 and 8 is super close at quarterback right now, but I do have Herbert higher for that. Darrell Williams or Elijah Mitchell in full PPR. I am going to go with Darrell Williams for two reasons. One is the full PPR aspect, which I think will benefit Williams more. The second is there is risk with Elijah Mitchell. We just have to recognize that. We assume he's going to step into this giant workload, but it's possible he won't. It's possible he'll, take a bad hit or something like that, and that Jeff Wilson will factor in. So that's personally what I would do there. Brady or Josh Allen, you have both. You are a prince among men. I'm going with Allen. He's my number one QB this week. Pick two running backs on the flex standard. Jordan Howard, Boston Scott, Metcalf, Dare Agumbu. By the way, there is 0% chance that I say Agumbawale's name correct the first time I say it. 0. I've done it 1,000 times this week. Two running backs. I'm going to go with Agumbawale, number one. And then I do have Howard higher, but I will go with Metcalf for the third spot. Finals, Antonio Brown or Elijah Mitchell. Man, it's real close. And if Brown didn't have the ankle, I would go with him, but I'm going to go with Mitchell here. It's very close. But I do think that he's a little less risky. Gabe Davis or KJ Osborne in PPR. Let me see actually where I wound up moving Osborne down to once the news came out. I am going to go with Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis higher than Osborne right now. I thought I had that lower. Just wanted to double check. Because again, I don't really think that we're going to be able to trust him with Mannion at quarterback. Brady or Rodgers to start at quarterback. I still have Brady slightly higher, but again, this is right in the range where it's just personal preference. I still have Brady higher, especially with Evans and Antonio Brown both there. Javonte Williams or Pittman in half PPR. I'm going to lean towards Pittman here. I just am not that confident in the Broncos running game with Drew Lock, even against the Chargers. You could see them stack the box. Makes me a little worried. If you're watching this, by the way, and you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps us out. If you haven't liked this yet, please like. Really helps us out there. Superflex, PPR, Justin Jefferson or Trey Lance. It's Trey Lance. Not close right now. You're definitely starting Lance in that one. Full PPR, Gallup, Rex, or Gabriel Davis in the flex. I will go with Gallup in that one. I'm not trusting Rex despite last week. I do think you'll see a good game here from pretty much all the people on Dallas offensively, but certainly all the wide receivers. So that's where I'm going to go with that. From Chris, full PPR, pick two, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Antonio Brown, Marquise Brown, Jarvis Landry, and Brandon Cooks. Please help. I can't believe you don't only have Browns on this team. You've got a lot of really good options there. I'm going to go, you need how many? 2. I'm going with Antonio Brown, and then I am going with Amon-Ra St. Brown, slightly over Brandon Cooks. Cooks is a pivot there if you want to go somewhere else. Standard, Javonte Williams or Tony Pollard. We're going to go with Javonte Williams. I'm sorry. That's one where I think you can feel confident enough in the Broncos running backs. Full PPR, pick 2, Knox, Javonte Williams, and Elijah Mitchell. We're going to go with the running backs here. Takes a lot for me to get to a non-absolutely elite tight end and move them up there. So that's where I'm going with the running backs. Hey, Dan, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, sir. Happy BR Flex. Swift, Mitchell, or Kittle? Man, it's really close, actually, among them all. I have Mitchell slightly the highest, but Mitchell and Swift are back-to-back in running back rankings. They're right there with Kittle overall. It's a really good question. I would go with Mitchell, personally. Edmonds or Cordero Patterson in PPR? I will go with Edmonds, particularly in PPR, because, again, Cordero Patterson has not factored into the passing game in weeks. Damian Harris or Darrell Williams in half PPR. That is very close. I have Darrell Williams one spot ahead of Damian Harris. Can't go wrong. Both should have good games, but I do have Darrell Williams slightly higher. Amari Cooper or Melvin Gordon in half PPR. I'm actually going to check the flex rankings because I'm pretty sure I have them like back to back. So everybody keep asking your questions while I check it out. No big deal. And I do have Amari Cooper slightly higher. That was my lean. Again, with Drew Lock as the quarterback, just makes me a little worried there. McLaurin versus Michael Carter. Oh, man. Two guys who I am not jonesing to start in this one. I believe I have Michael Carter slightly higher, and I do. Again, it's not great options either way, but that's where I would go. Championship weekend. Thank you again. Half PPR, one wide receiver, one flex. Renfro, Devontae Smith, Ramondre Stevenson, Daria, and Boston Scott. Also Herbert or Stafford. Okay, let's get to the quarterback first. I am going to go slightly with Herbert over Stafford a million times. Doesn't really matter. It's all very close there. But I do think Herbert bounces back in this one, despite the fact that he's going up against Denver. They've got a lot of injuries on defense. And for your wide receiver, I'm going with Hunter Renfro. And for your flex, I'm going to go with Devontae Smith, because I do think that it's going to be a game where you're going to see Jalen Hurts probably do some stuff through the air against Washington. I think Smith has a nice game here. And Stevenson is still a little bit of a question mark, as is Dare. Chase Edmonds or Javonte Williams in half PPR. I am going to go slightly with Chase Edmonds. I have him one spot ahead, but I'm not going to have an issue if you want to start Javonte in that one. Very close, projected nearly identically, but I will go with Chase for that one. Boyd or Gage? That's actually a very good question, because Gage has been pretty heavily involved, but he doesn't have a great matchup. Still, I do think that Boyd's production has been a little bit fluky, so I lean towards Gage here slightly over Tyler Boyd. Pick 2 for full PPR, James Conner, Agumbawale there. See, I've said it like 4 times now. Now I'm good. Devontae Smith, Burkhead, Jacoby Myers, or Boston Scott. I'm going to go with Devontae Smith, and I'm going to go with Agumbawale. Again, I don't love Agumbawale. I don't want to start him. I would love to start Connor. I just don't know what we're going to see from him necessarily. So that's where I would go with those guys. Happy New Year, Dan. Henry, Moreau, or Everett, pick 1. I have Hunter Henry the highest. I think this is a game where I think, you're going to see him. There's no N'Keal Harry. They'll run a lot when they get down to the end zone. I could see Henry getting the ball, and I don't trust Moreau or Everett quite as much as I do right now. Henry, Barkley, Penny, Darrell Williams, or Pittman and Sony, pick 2 standard. I'm going with Sony, and I'm going with Darrell Williams slightly over Penny. Championship needs, full PPR, pick 2, Mike Evans, Boston Scott, Jordan Howard, or Jared Patterson. Ugh, that is real rough. I'm going to go with Jordan Howard, and I'm going to go with Jared Patterson. I know it's full PPR. With the Schefter report about Mike Evans being limited, I'm just a little worried about it, and I don't want to put my championship on the line. I'd rather take the volume with the running backs. I know it's gross. I'm sorry, but that's where I'm at. PPR, Cordero Patterson or Agumbawale. I'm going with Patterson in that one. I don't feel great about Patterson, but I'm certainly not looking to start Dare. I'm trying to avoid him if I can. That's one where I can. I will go with Cordero Patterson. Deonta Foreman or AJ Dillon. I have AJ Dillon one spot ahead of Deonta Foreman. Miami run defense has been really good of late. And with the Packers being so heavily favored as they are, I think you'll see more of Dillon. So that's where I would go there. PPR, Damian Harris or Elijah Mitchell. In PPR, I'm fine to go Mitchell, because I do think that he'll at least get a couple of catches coming in there. But it's very, very close. And half PPR, I have Harris ahead. So it's really close there. Full PPR, Lockett or AB. I will go with AB in that one. Again, he's got the incentives if he's healthy enough to go. I worry about the injury mid-game, but for now, I think you're okay there. Full PPR, pick 2, Mooney, Devontae Parker, Dare, or Boston Scott. I don't love any of these options. I'm just going to be as honest with you as possible. I'm going to lean Dare, and I have Mooney slightly ahead of Devontae Parker, one spot ahead. So that's where I would go. It's really close. It's not anything I'm that excited about, but that's where I would go. Keep the questions coming. We got like 40 minutes left. Standard flex, Swift, Penny, Waddle, or Deontay Johnson. Wow. In standard, I'll go with Penny, who I have one spot ahead of Swift. Very close among all four. Those are great options. It might be a different answer in half, certainly in full, but like in standard, I got to go running back there. Hey, Dan, happy 2022 championship game. St. Brown or Jones Jr.? Are you talking Marvin Jones Jr.? If you are, it's St. Brown, but it's probably St. Brown either way. And I have Prescott over Stafford. Hey, Dan, I hit the like button. Thanks. By the way, I'm randomly picking questions, so just ask your question. Play for the championship, but only have a 32% chance of winning. Looking for upside here. Full PPR flex, McLaurin or Cordero Patterson. Go with Patterson and don't look at your chances of winning or make decisions based on like your upside. You never know. I was coming into Sunday last week. I was 97% to 3% to lose to Adam Ronis. Okay. Stuck with normal lineup. You had the T. Higgins game. You had a bunch of games. He had some duds. You never know. Just stick with your best players. That for me is Cordero Patterson. Lance or Huntley. This is where I have Lance higher. I understand if you want to go Huntley. I know Joe Pisapia would go with Huntley. I personally have Lance higher. I think that the floor is going to be enormous. I think they know they have to see what they have in him going forward for the playoffs, just in case Jimmy G can't come back. And again, when he played initially and he didn't look good, he still had a floor with his legs. Now he's had a bunch more practice. He's more seasoned. He's got all his weapons, unlike earlier in the year. I think you're going to see a good game here for Lance. Hey, Dan, call me Art, battle of the past running back disappointments. Hello, Art, battle of the past running back disappointments. Penny or Rojo in full PPR help? I have Rojo higher. I like Penny this week a lot, but I do have Rojo a little higher there. Mike Evans or Russell Gage. Brady is the QB. It doesn't matter the QB personally, but I will go with Mike Evans. Even with him being limited, I still have him higher than Russell Gage. PPR pick 2, Singletary, Carter, Devontae Smith, and Swift. Thanks so much. I'm going with the running backs there. I'm going with Singletary, who I have a lot of confidence in, and Swift. I don't know necessarily what we're going to see from him, but I will go with Swift, given all the reports about him right now. Gabe Davis or Lazard. That is pretty close. I believe I have Lazard slightly higher, and I do. Lazard slightly higher than Gabe Davis, so that's what I would do. Darrell Williams or Elijah Mitchell. I have Darrell Williams slightly higher, just with the question marks about Mitchell and what we're exactly going to see from him. We have less of that with Darrell Williams. Pick 2 of AB, Penny, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm going to go with AB, and I'm going to go with Penny. Even in PPR, I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's bad weather with the rain. It's Tim Boyle. It's close, but you've got great options there, so that's what I would do. Pick 2, half PPR. That's my garage door. Thank God. I was worried we wouldn't have it during this live stream. Jordan Howard, Dare Agunbowale. Every time, doesn't matter. Or Rex Burkhead. If you got to go with one, it's Agunbowale. It's gross, I know, but that's where I'm at. Half PPR, Jordan Howard. No, sorry, I just did you. Sorry. Murray or Lance? Again, I have Murray slightly higher, one spot than Lance. Half PPR, flex, A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb, or Rashad Penny. Man, that is really close, but I'm going to go with A.J. Brown slightly over Penny and C.D. Lamb. Hey, Dan, made it to the championship back-to-back, full PPR. Stevenson or Jordan Howard? I'm going to be as honest with you as possible and tell you that this is largely guesswork because we don't know how the running back situation is going to break down for either team. I have Jordan Howard one spot ahead of Ramondre Stevenson right now. So that is what I would do. But I'm telling you the truth. It's largely guesswork because I don't know how many carries either one of these guys is going to get. But that's what I would do. Good morning. Full PPR, Dawson Knox or Dalton Schultz in, what is it? Full PPR. In full PPR, full, it's a little tougher. I'm still going to go Dawson Knox. Slightly one spot ahead. It's closer, but I do think that Arizona can take away Schultz here. I think you're going to see them spread it out a little bit and go to the wide receivers a little bit more here. Happy BR, Gage, Goddard, Parker, Scott, or Howard. You only have one. I'm going to go with Howard. Not the best, but that's where I'd go. Ashton Kruger, Happy New York. Okay. Or New Year. Good. Happy New York. It's fine. I'm not tired. Everything's good. Happy New Year to you. Or Happy New York, which is where I'm from. Woo! Big 2, Waddle, Mitchell, Darrell Williams. Oh, boy. I'm going to go with the running backs. It's close. If you want to go with Waddle over Mitchell, I'm totally fine with it. but we're good there. I would go with the running backs. I'm almost always going to lean that way. Happy New Year. Thank you. I'm in the championship my first ever season. Should I start Zach Ertz or Dawson Knox? I do have Zach Ertz one spot ahead of Dawson Knox right now. Very close. Either one you want to go with is fine. But I do have Zach Ertz one spot higher. Melvin Gordon, Amon-Ra St. Brown, or Mike Williams in half PPR. I'm actually going with Amon-Ra St. Brown there over Melvin Gordon and Mike Williams. I think, even with the rain, again, I think there's a dividing line there that you're going to be able to see Amon-Ra St. Brown see his usual 10 to 12 targets and have enough production there. Hey, Dan, standard flex, Patterson, Connor, Foreman, Hollywood Brown, or Van Jefferson. I'm going to go with Foreman. I don't love it. It's in standard, obviously, so I lean running back, and I do have Foreman the highest of those guys. Miami's been really good against running backs, but I do think that you might see him close to the goal line and everything like that. So that's where I lean with that. Josh Jacobs or Justin Jefferson, happy BR. I'm going with Jacobs. Obviously, would have been a different story with Kirk Cousins, but with Mannion, I'm going with Josh Jacobs. Keep them coming, guys. We got a lot to go. Falafel fan. I like falafels too. Nice to see you. Waddle or Cooper? I do have Waddle higher than Cooper, so I would go with Waddle. Again, I don't think there's much risk there. Pick 2, DK, Mike Williams, MBS, Gabriel Davis. I am going to go with DK, and I'm going to go with Mike Williams in that one. Happy New Year, Dan. Full PPR, Swift or Michelle, Pitts or Schultz. I'm going to go with Michelle still over Swift. Again, I just don't know exactly what we're going to see from Swift. I do know what we're going to see from Michelle. And I do have Schultz one spot higher than Kyle Pitts. So I'm going to go with that. Michael Pittman or Devontae Parker in full PPR. I'll go with Pittman. I think with Carson Wentz active, which he is, you're going to see the usual fine game from him. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to make sure that this is good to go. Very good. Okay. Hi, Dan. Greetings from Germany. Greetings. Need your help. Full PPR. Berrios, Beasley, or Bateman. All B's. I'm going with Berrios. I'm ranked as a wide receiver 3 this week. I think we could see some good things from him in a game where the Jets are obviously going to need some points and have to. Sorry, I'm getting text from my buddy right now about watching me on YouTube. Hello, Fitz. Good to see you. I think you're going to see the Jets need to obviously pass a ton. And I think you're going to need to see those go to Berrios, considering there's pretty much nobody else. No Moore, no Corey Davis, no Jamison Crowder. Thanks for all the help through the season. Half PPR, have Deontay Johnson, but would be better to take the points today. Have Chase, Waddle, Penny, and Swift for alternatives. Yeah, I mean, I have Chase and Waddle ranked higher anyway. So I think you can find and go there. No, I have Chase higher than Johnson, than Waddle. But yes, take any of those guys is fine. I like Penny probably the best, but any of the wide receivers are really fine because they're all in the same area. Dan, you rock. Thank you. Pick 2 standard. St. Brown, AB, Javonte Williams, or Jordan Howard, wide receiver and flex. I'm going with AB for sure at wide receiver. Then I'm going to go with St. Brown. It's close with Javonte Williams, but we could see a huge game here from the Denver running backs, given that it's the Chargers. But I also think that we've got a decent shot of the fact that the Chargers are just going to be able to stack the line entirely, and we're not going to see that much production from the running backs. Make Drew Lock beat you, and so with that, I would rather just avoid them if I could. Dan the Man, we love you. Thanks. Full PPR pick 2. Mooney, Pitts, Agunbowale, said it right, or Jared Patterson. I'm going to go with the running backs, Agunbowale and Jared Patterson. Again, I know it's full PPR. Take the volume where you can get it when your other alternatives are definitely up there and, concerning a little bit. That's where I would go. Michelle or Singletary. I'm going to go with Michelle. I like Singletary this week, but not above a guy like Sony Michel. Happy New Year. Pick one. Greg Zerline or Matt Gay. Kicker questions is what I like. I do have Zerline 2 spots ahead of Gay, so I will go with Zerline. Dan the Man. Full PPR. Pick 2. Amon-Ra, Hollywood, and Devontae Smith. I am going to go with Amon-Ra for sure, and then I'm going to go with Devontae Smith 1 spot over Hollywood Brown. Joe P scared me on Michelle. Pick 2.5. Michelle, Rojo, Antonio Brown, and Keenan Allen. Okay. Sorry, Joe scared you. I'm still going Michelle, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go with Michelle and Ronald Jones still. If you want to go with Keenan Allen or Antonio Brown, that is fine. I have Allen ranked a little bit ahead of Antonio Brown with the injury, but I would go with the running backs. Hey, Dan was 1-6, but now in the championship. Good job. Full PPR, flex spot, Kamara, Sony Michel, or Darrell Williams. I am going with Alvin Kamara. I know people are worried after last week. It was Ian Book. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine. Hey, Dan, thanks for the help. Half PPR league, Damian Harris, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Renfro, or A.J. Brown. Pick 2, wide receiver and a flex. Also, Joey B or Taysom Hill. So I'm going to go with Burrow slightly over Hill. At half PPR, you need a wide receiver, you said. Your wide receiver for me is going to be A.J. Brown. And your flex is going to be Damian Harris for me. Very close, but that's where I'm at. Full PPR, pick 1, Zeke, Penny, or Brandon Cooks. I am going to go with Zeke slightly ahead of Penny. Full PPR, Javonte Williams or Sony Michel, and Boyd or Gabe Davis. I will go with Boyd, and I will go with Sony Michel, even in full PPR. Packers D or Bears D today. They are very close. I have the Bears at 5 and the Packers at 6. So I have the Bears D slightly higher. Full PPR, Edmund Swift or Darrell Williams. I'm going to go with Darrell Williams in that one. Just a little more comfortable with the volume that we're going to see, and he certainly will get involved in the passing game. 1,700 people watching. Thank you so much. Drop a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you aren't. That's how you ask a question. Really helps us out just to subscribe and to like the video. So really appreciate that. Happy New Year, Dan. Got me to the championship. First time. I need 3 of Michel, Eckler, Rojo, and Mixon. I'm benching Michel in that one. Very close, but slightly below slightly below Rojo. That's where I'm at. Hey, Dan, full PPR championship. Whoa. 1 to 2 RB, 1 flex. Dylan, Patterson, Penny, Eckler, Jefferson, Deontay Johnson, Pittman. Oh boy. There's too much going on, guys, in this question. So you're starting Eckler, you're starting Penny, you're starting Deontay Johnson, and you're starting Penny and Michel and AJ Brown. Sorry, too much going on in that question, man. Cordero Patterson, Jared Patterson, or Jordan Howard. I'm going to go with Cordero Patterson in that one in PPR. I know Patterson's disappointed, but he will get the ball near the goal line. And the other options aren't that inspiring. Full PPR, Burrow or Murrow. That doesn't make any sense. So I'll go Burrow because I don't know who Murrow is. Sit 1, full PPR, Kamara, Mixon, Ronald Jones. You got to sit 1. It is Ronald Jones. Sit 1 standard, Jordan Howard, Boston Scott, Agumbawale, or Darnell Mooney. I'll probably just sit Mooney at this point. Give myself the running back points there for the Eagles, whoever it is. Half PPR, tight end 1, Fant, Higbee, or Freiermuth. I will go, I think I have Freiermuth slightly ahead of Fant. I do. Freiermuth 1 spot ahead of Fant. So I'll go with Freiermuth. And then Swift or Justin Jefferson or Renfro. I'll go with Swift. Greetings from Dubai. DJ Moore or Elijah Mitchell. I will go with Elijah Mitchell, even in PPR. Sorry, that didn't come out. 15-0, trying to close this out and not be the Patriots. Rojo or Edmonds in half PPR. I have Rojo higher than Edmonds with Connor expected to play. MBS, Brandon Cooks, OBJ, McLaurin, DJ Moore, St. Brown, Scott, and Howard. Full PPR, need 3, pick 1. Flex. All right. 3 and 1 flex. Okay. You're going to go with Brandon Cooks. You're going to go with St. Brown, and you're going to go with DJ Moore. And if you need another one, sorry, it's OBJ. PPR, Agumbawale, Kirk, or Mooney. Pick 1. I'm going to go with Kirk in that one. It's close, but I'm going to go with Kirk slightly over Agumbawale. Half PPR, need a floor, Zeke or Darrell Williams. They're both going to offer a fine floor. I have Zeke a couple spots out of Darrell Williams, so that's where I would go. Darrell Williams or Rojo in PPR. I still have Rojo slightly ahead. Greetings from Germany. Mike Williams, Gabe Davis, or Penny. Pick 2. I'm going to bench Gabe Davis in that one. I don't love Mike Williams, but higher than Gabe Davis. We're getting there. Sorry. Good morning. I pick on the edges. Prater or Suck Up. Good luck, everybody. I agree with that. I've got Suck Up, a pretty strong option this week, so that's where I would go. Hopkins or Badgley. Look, kicker questions count as well. I have Badgley slightly ahead of Hopkins. Waddle, Singletary, or Mitchell for the flex. That's really close, man. I'm going to go with Singletary. Slightly ahead of Waddle. Very close. Pick 2, Cook, St. Brown, Hollywood, Mike Evans, Pittman, or Kirk. I'm going to go with St. Brown, and I'm going to go with Cooks in that one. Full PPR, pick 3, Michelle, Swift, Penny, Harris, Barkley, or Jared Patterson. I'm going to go with Michelle. I'm going to go with Penny, and I'm going to go with Harris. Daniel, to avoid last place. Way to keep going. Pick 1, full PPR, Dare, Scary Terry, Boston Scott, Jordan Howard, or Gabe Davis, or Devontae Parker. I'm going to go with Dare. It's disgusting. I know. Sorry. AJ Green, Mike Evans, or Braxton Berrios. Oh, man. I'm going to go with Mike Evans still. I know it's gross, but he could still find the end zone. He could be a decoy. If I went another way, it would be Berrios, who I have the highest of everybody else. Full PPR, tight end premium, bad choices, I know, but Tyler Johnson, Cole Kmet, or Zay Jones. Happy New Year. Yeah, go with Kmet if it's a tight end premium. He's been getting the targets. You're right. Those are ugly options, but you'll be okay. Thank you for asking a bizarre question, because I kind of like it when you get into this mode. Flex, Harris, Kirk, Pollard, Barkley, Moore, full PPR. I'll go with Harris still, even in full PPR. Gabe Davis or Braxton Berrios, full PPR, Russ or Trey. I have Trey higher, and I have Berrios higher. That's just where I'm coming from right there. Keep them coming, everybody. Sorry, I will get there in a second. Hey, Dan, Tua or Huntley? That's a good question, because I have them ranked, I think, back-to-back. I believe I have Huntley higher, and I do have Huntley higher, a couple spots there, so that's where I'll go there. Pick 2, Hollywood, Terry, Ayuk, or Dare. Gross. I'm going to go with Dare, even in full PPR. And then I'm going to go with, I'm just seeing, I have Hollywood Brown one spot ahead of McLaurin. So I'll go with Hollywood Brown as the second one. Very, very close there. Pick 2, Happy BR, AJ Dillon, Javonte Williams, and or Pittman. I'm going to bench Dillon. It's close, but I do have Williams higher than Dillon a little bit there. My dog's trying to get into my office, so just if you hear some noises, don't worry about it. Hey, Dan, greetings from Finland. I've saved you all year. Great to hear. Need help. 0.75 PPR, Penny or Mitchell. I'll go with Penny there. That's something where I think... Sorry, I'm just checking something. That's where I'd want to go. Sorry, I'm just checking something as it comes in here with some news coming across my desk. Full PPR, pick 2, Metcalf, DJ Moore, Cordero Patterson, Evans, Hollywood Brown. If I'm picking 2, yikes, it's close. I'm going to go with Cordero Patterson, and I'm going to go with Metcalf. Neither one strikes me as an exciting option, but that's where I am. Pick 2, Justin Jefferson, Sony Michel, Aaron Jones in full PPR. I'll go with the running backs, man. Like, that's the point where I'm okay with avoiding Jefferson. I still have Jefferson as a borderline RB1, because I think borderline wide receiver 1, pardon me, because I think that's basically what he's going to be, even in this matchup, even with the quarterback play. But when you have solid running backs like that, I'm willing to go with that. Greetings from Indonesia. Wow. Renfro, St. Brown, or Devontae Smith, half PPR. That one's very close with Renfro or St. Brown, but I do have Renfro a couple of spots higher, so I will go with Renfro there. Antonio Brown or Darrell Williams. Yikes. I'll go with Darrell Williams at this point. I would not have before the ankle injury, but I'll go with Darrell Williams just to guard against the possibility that Antonio Brown tweaks his ankle on like the first or second play. If he doesn't, I'd probably go with Antonio Brown, but the injury worry does lean me towards the running back. Full PPR, pick 2, Jacobs, Patterson, and Cordero Patterson. I'm going to go with Jacobs for sure, and then I'm going to go with Cordero Patterson because, again, it's not pretty, but that's where I'd go. Full PPR, Antonio Brown or Renfro. I do have Antonio Brown still higher than Renfro. Elijah, Mitchell, Sony, Michelle, Rojo, or Najee, half PPR, pick 2. I am going with Najee, and I'm going with Rojo slightly over Sony Michelle. Pick a flex, Hollywood, Mike Evans, Pittman, Kirk, Singletary. I'll go with Singletary for that one. Again, I think he's just kind of in the circle of trust at this point. You got Atlanta. Your 14.5-point favorites. Should be a lot of that. Full PPR, Pitts, Kmet, or Moreau. I will go with Kyle Pitts there. Again, Moreau has done well. Kmet gets targets, but Pitts, again, even with the matchup, has just been able to put up yardage pretty consistently. Pardon me. Philly defense or Miami defense. I have the Philly defense higher than the Miami defense this week, so I will go with that. Deontay Johnson or Cordero Patterson. Caveat, our league counts return yards the same as running and receiving yards. Yikes. I will still go with Deontay Johnson there. Greetings from Mars. The greetings don't help you get your question answered, by the way. I'm randomly sort of picking through them. I'm sorry, but nice to see you from Mars. I appreciate you asking your question. Full PPR, flex, pick one, Penny, Renfro, or Devontae Smith. I will go with Penny. QB2, Lance or Taysom Hill. I have Lance higher. Who has a better chance to go off? Trey Lance or Dak need the ceiling. They both have a great chance to go off. Given what Dak does every single game he's at home, given the total, I will go with Dak. Buffalo or Dallas defense? I would go with the Buffalo defense for sure. Hey, Dan, Happy New Year. Flex, full PPR, Edmonds, Gronk, Van Jefferson, or Foreman. I'm going to go with Edmonds there in full PPR. I still think he'll get enough volume even with James Conner likely active. Sorry, guys. I am just checking some updates here. Okay, Aaron Jones or Damian Harris in standard. Hold on. I have ruined something. Hold on. Give me a second. No worries, guys. I'm sorry. I get notifications from our team here about any news. I just want to make sure I'm on top of it. I have Aaron Jones slightly higher now, given the fact that there is no Kirk Cousins. The game should be a very positive game script. You should see a lot of running as I go forward. Tua or Davis Mills need upside. I'm still going with Tua there. PPR league, pick my RB2 and my flex. Mitchell, Javonte Williams, or Van Jefferson, or DJ Moore. I will go with the running backs, Mitchell and Javonte Williams, close over the wide receivers. I just don't think there's enough of a floor there for either one. Half PBR championship, pick two. Freeman, Mooney, Dare, Agunbawale, Boston Scott. Boy. I'm going to go with Agunbawale, and then I'm going to go with, it's really close. Gosh, I'll go with Mooney. It's very close with that one. If you want to go somewhere else, it would probably be Freeman. Damian Harris or Devin Singletary. I do have Devin Singletary a couple spots ahead. Full PPR, Howard or Boston Scott. It's very close. In full PPR, you can go Scott. In half PPR and in standard, I'm going Howard. Saints or Cowboys defense. I am going to go Saints here. Championship decision, Ertz, Agunbawale, Hunt, or Lazard. I have Agunbawale the highest. I know it's gross to see that, but it's true. Cordero or Devontae Smith in full PPR. In full PPR, I'd go Devontae Smith. Sit one, Tyreek, Debo, Antonio Brown, or T. Higgins, half PPR for the ship. I'm sitting Antonio Brown, just with the injury concerns. Need one, full PPR, Javonte Williams, Swift, or Rashad Penny, Saints or Cowboys D. I would go with the Saints D, and I would start, if I'm only starting one, it's Rashad Penny for me, slightly over Devontae Swift. New subscriber, full PPR, pick two, Swift, Penny, and Darrell Williams. I'm going with Darrell Williams. I'm going to go with Penny slightly over Swift. We just don't know what we're going to see from Swift in this game. Maybe he gets a giant, crazy workload. Maybe he doesn't. Okay. Hold on. My rankings just went crazy a little bit. Okay, everything's fine. Okay. Sorry, guys. Some of my... Okay, I don't know if we're getting some sort of issue here with the interwebs or if it's just me. Sorry. Happy we are. Javonte Williams or Elijah Mitchell for the flex. I've Elijah Mitchell higher, so that is where I would go with that. Justin Tucker or McPherson. Good question. I have McPherson one spot higher than Justin Tucker. PPR, Chase or Lamb. I have Lamb slightly higher. Again, I know Lamb's been a little disappointing, but it's not exactly like we have great options here for that. We've seen Chase just dominate every single time out. So I would go with Lamb in this one. Happy championship standard. AJ Brown in the weather or Deontay Johnson on Monday. I will go with AJ Brown, even in the weather. I'm not that concerned. Elijah Mitchell or Damian Harris in PPR. I will still go with Harris, slightly over Elijah Mitchell. Aaron Jones, Zeke, Sony, St. Brown, pick two running backs and one flex in full PPR. I will go with Sony, and I will go with Jones, and I will go with Zeke, and I will bench Amon-Ra St. Brown. Very close. Bucks D or Seahawks D. I'm going with the Bucks D. Half PPR, pick two, Lockett, Amon-Ra St. Brown, or Penny. I'm going to go with Penny, and I'm going to go with... I actually need to check now if I have Lockett or St. Brown higher because they're very close. I do have Lockett slightly higher with Tim Boyle there. Standard, single quarterback, Lance, Cousins, Mac Jones, or Huntley. QB survivor pool for the championship. Well, Cousins is gone. I will go with Lance as my highest. Penny and Rojo in full BBR. I have Rojo higher. Art, I already answered that question, man. Hey, Dan, have BBR. Cooper, Lockett, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Higgins, Cordero Patterson, Chase Edmonds, pick 3. Okay, you can do any 3. You're going with Higgins. I'm going with Lockett, and I'm going with Chase Edmonds. Very close. Hey, Dan, Gallup or Van Jefferson? I do have Van Jefferson slightly ahead of Gallup. And you sit Evans over them, right? It's really personal preference, man. I still have Evans ranked higher, slightly, but it's very close. But there is much more downside with Evans because he might be a complete decoy right now, but I do have him ranked a little higher. Tyler Bass or Greg Zerloin. A lot of kicker questions right now, which I appreciate because I spent a lot of time on the kickers. I do have Bass 2 and Zerloin 3, personally. Championship, PBR, DK, Sony, Swift. You only need 1. I'm going with Sony Michel then. Dak or Burrow. I have Dak higher. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking. I don't know what has got him going on. Lance or Huntley. I personally have Lance. Great profile picture there. Lance higher for me. Happy BR, Knox, Pitts, or Ertz. I do have Ertz slightly highest, then Knox, and then followed by Pitts. So that's where I am there. Need 2. Wentz, Tua, Lance, Huntley, 6 point per passing TD, and 1/4 point for completions. I will go with the runners, Lance and Huntley for me. First season, first championship, DJ Moore, Hollywood Brown, or DK PPR. I'm going with DK Metcalf personally. Jared Patterson or MBS and half PPR. I will go with Jared Patterson. I know people want to start MBS. There's still uncertainty. They're way favored. The weather's bad. I'm just going with a running back in that point. Full PPR, Freiermuth or Hunter Henry, AB or Pittman. I have AB still higher, and I have Hunter Henry slightly higher than Freiermuth in this matchup. Come in. Come in. Sorry. Hey, you want to say hi to the masses here in the last one for the season? Come here. Swift, Javonte Williams, or Darrell Williams, non-PPR, Bears or Dallas defense. This is my son, Will. He's in his championship game today, right? 2 championship games today. I don't know why that dog is crazy. Sorry. I'm going to go with Swift, and I'm going to go with, if you need 1, it's Darrell Williams. And if you want the defense, it's the Bears defense, personally. Full PPR, need 2. Can you close the door so he stops barking? Dog is crazy. Full PPR, need 2 from Boston Scott, Jordan Howard, and Jared Patterson. I'm going with Patterson, and then I have Howard. So, in full PPR, I'm sorry, I'd go with Scott over Howard. In full PPR, that's what I would do. Tampa defense or New England defense? What do you think, Will? Tampa. You think Tampa? The answer is? New England by 1 spot. Number 1 defense on the week, followed by Tampa. Pick 2. It's all right. It's all right. PPR, Justin Jefferson, Zeke, or Javonte Williams, Damian Harris. You need 2. I'll go with Zeke. And then I'll go with Damian Harris. I will just guard against the Justin Jefferson thing, man. I don't know. Darrell Williams or Elijah Mitchell in PPR. I'll go with Darrell Williams in PPR. Packers defense or Saints defense. I will go with the Packers defense by a spot. Sup, Dan. Full point PPR. Got to start 2 running backs. Javonte Williams, Elijah Mitchell, or Ronald Jones. You're starting Ronald Jones, right? Ronald Jones and Elijah Mitchell is the answer for you, sir. Full PPR, Devontae Smith or Darrell Williams, Chargers D or Bears D. Bears D and Darrell Williams for me. Right, Will? He doesn't know. 16-team championship standard. Pick 1. Chase Edmonds, Jared Patterson, Amari Cooper. I'll go with Chase Edmonds. If you go the other way, it's Amari Cooper. But I think both Edmonds and Cooper will provide value. Full PPR, pick 2. Darrell Williams, Rashad Penny, Michael Carter, Amari Cooper. I'm going with Williams, and I'm going with Rashad Penny personally. Javonte Williams or Knox in full PPR flex. I'll go with Javonte Williams. You going to the library today? Mm-hmm. Going to the library. Going to read some books. Going to get smarter. Sorry. Standard league. Wide receiver, Renfro or St. Brown. Swift and flex over the other, correct? Yeah, I would do that, and I would go with Renfro personally. All right, hold on. I got to answer more stuff so you can't grab my hand, okay? Everybody, it's championship week. You got 1,700 people here. They need help.
1,700?
Right there, 1,712. Gut check.
1,712.
Thank you. Full PPR, Freiermuth, Moreau, Carter, Mitchell. For tight end, I'm going Freiermuth. For flex, I'm going Mitchell. Non-PPR, bench 1, Zeke, Swift, Sony, or Darrell Williams. I'll bench Swift just with the uncertainty. Nick Folk or Harrison Butker, what do you think? Will thinks Harrison Butker. The answer is? Nick Folk is the answer. Usually do the opposite of what Will says. Darrell Williams, Michael Carter, Saquon, I'm just kidding. Or Eckler, pick 2. You're going with Eckler, and you're going with Darrell Williams if you need to. Happy BR, Christian Kirk or Mitchell. Bar Demario Davis. I don't do IDP, sorry. And I will go with Mitchell. Waddle or Cordero Patterson. We'll go with Waddle. Pick 2 running backs in a flex. Devontae Smith, only wide receiver on this list. Agumbawale, Burkhead, Foreman, Ezekiel Elliott, Elijah Mitchell. Full PPR, also Green Bay defense or Dolphins defense. Go with the Green Bay defense. And the running backs are Zeke and Mitchell. And your flex is going to be Devontae Smith. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. I've got Herbert higher. Pick 2, Javonte Williams, Michael Carter, Dylan, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Patterson. Pick 2 in PPR. Let's go with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Javonte Williams. Thank you, Dan. Dallas or Indy? Let's get these championships. What do you think? Dallas or Indy? Right there. He's too slow. Indianapolis is where you're going for. I put it right there for you, man. Some helper you are. Swift, Mitchell, or Edmonds? Rank them in full PPR. I will go Mitchell, Swift, Edmonds. That's my ranking in full PPR. Emergency! All capital letters. Full PPR. Pick 2. Start a wide receiver flex. My choices are St. Brown, Michael Carter, Cooks, Devontae Smith, Mike Evans, or Sony Michel. You need 2. It's Sony Michel, and it's St. Brown. Yay! Pick standard. Harris, Swift, Williams. I will go with Harris. Happy BR, Mike Williams or Mike Evans? Mike Evans? You think Mike Evans? He's going to play today, but he could be a decoy. What do you do when that's in? It means that he could be out there just to pretend. Oh. Look, I have Evans ranked higher, but he's riskier. He's just going to do this for the rest of the live stream, by the way. I hope you guys are okay with it. But I would go with Evans personally. Mike Gesicki or Freiermuth in Happy BR. I have Gesicki slightly higher. Freiermuth or Fant? I have Freiermuth slightly higher. I love it. Hey, Dan, pick 1. Full PPR. Dare, Howard, or Pollard. We got to pick 1. It's Dare for me. I know. Not that great, but that's where I have. Swift, Mitchell, or Edmonds. No, we already did rank them, right? Mitchell, Swift, Edmonds. Full PPR. Jalen Hurts or Justin Herbert. Championship. What do you think, Will?
Justin Herbert.
Will says Justin Herbert. I say Jalen Hurts, but I do have them projected identical fantasy points. So you want to listen to this guy, you're all good, but I have Jalen Hurts slightly higher. A lot of help. Kim needs a lot of help. Happy BR, need 1. Berrios, Lazard, or Parker. I have Berrios highest. Yeah. If I lose today, I have to dress up as a Princess Peach. Oh, no. Save me from humiliation. Kyler or Stafford. I have Stafford higher. Everything he says is wrong. Okay. And it's not just fantasy. It's most of life. Rex or Patterson at flex. I'm kidding. Jared Patterson for me over Rex. I'm kidding, buddy. Everything you say is fantastic. You're a genius. Trey Lance or Jalen Hurts. Please don't hit me. At full PPR, I do have Jalen Hurts higher. Also, I always think it's funny when people put in the scoring system in quarterbacks. Okay, full PPR, Murray or Lance, Cooks or Singletary. I will go with Singletary, and I will go with Kyler Murray slightly over Lance. Need 1, Mike Williams, Dare, Gabe Davis, or Isaiah McKenzie. I'll go with Dare. I know it's gross. Championship, Damian Harris or Darrell Williams. I think
Damian Harris.
And of course, my answer is Darrell Williams, 1 spot ahead of Damian Harris. That's where I would go. Huge thank you, Dan and the team. Do I stick with Dallas defense against Arizona or Indy against Las Vegas? I have Indy higher, so that's where I would go. Pick 3, Zeke, Michelle, Harris, T. Higgins, Lockett, Waddle. I'm going Zeke. I'm going Michelle. I'm going Zeke, and I'm going Higgins. That is very close, though. Pick 2, Zeke, Carter, and Darrell Williams. Thanks. I'm going with Zeke, and I'm going with Darrell Williams. Stafford or Herbert. I have Herbert higher. Don't ignore me, Dan. That's what I say on the Instagram when I say, just say, stop ignoring me. I'm kidding. That doesn't help you in this process. Patterson, Van Jefferson, Dare, McLaurin, or Mooney. Happy BR. You got 1 spot. I'm going Dare. Sorry. Happy BR. Amari Cooper or JJ.
Amari Cooper.
No, I'll still go with JJ, even with the quarterback. I'm sorry. One of these days to get her. Knox or Moreau. Pick one.
Moreau?
No, it's Knox, actually. I'm not even kidding. And I'm not just doing it. AJ Dillon or Michael Carter, Will.
Michael Carter?
That's right. Michael Carter. He got one right. Michael Carter is the play here. I hit the subscribe button. Thanks. I need 3 full PPR. Tyreek Hill, Antonio Brown, Keenan Allen, or Deontay Johnson. I'm actually benching Deontay Johnson in that one. Crazy. Knox, Goddard, Metcalf, or Pittman. I am going to go. Actually, I have to check this one, buddy. This is very close. I'm going to go with Metcalf slightly over Pittman. I know that's gross. And I have Goddard over Knox. Yes. Pick one. Mike Evans, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, or Gumbawale. I will go with St. Brown in that one. Bryant, best of luck. Will agrees. MVS, pick two. MVS, Gabe Davis, Burkhead, Agumbawale, or Deontay Foreman. I will go with Agumbawale and Deontay Foreman. Much love and Happy New Year, Dan. Standard League, pick two. Javonte, Penny, or Darrell Williams. I'm benching Javonte in that one. Edmonds, McLaurin, or Pollard. I will go with Edmonds there. Flex, PPR, Ertz, Devontae Smith, Gordon, or Mooney. I'll go with Devontae Smith. Dan, Happy New Year. Pick two, half PPR. Sam Darnold, Andy Dalton, Rashad Penny, and Brandon Cooks. I will go with Sam Darnold, as gross as that is, and Rashad Penny. Hey, Dan, Darrell Williams or Singletary in full PPR? Ooh, very close. I have Singletary one spot ahead of Darrell Williams.
Oh.
Crazy. Swift or Singletary? I've got Singletary ahead. Higbee or Gesicki? I've got Gesicki ahead. Bears or Rams? I've got Bears ahead. Reseller Jackpot, my man. What's up? Pick two. Half point. Elijah Mitchell, Javonte Williams, or OBJ. I am going with Elijah Mitchell, and then I'll go with Javonte Williams. Very close, though. Full PPR. Pick one. RB2, Michael Carter, Jared Patterson, or Agumbawale. I will go with... Wrong. Michael Carter. And then... pick one, Evans or Amon-Ra St. Brown or MBS. I'll go with Amon-Ra St. Brown. So you've got Carter and Amon-Ra St. Brown for that one. Wilson or Hurts. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, John. I will go with
Hurts.
Hurts is correct. Full PPR flex, Sony or Darrell Williams. It's closer in full PPR, but I'll still go with Sony right there. Take it down notch there, Tiger. Half PPR. Start one. Parker, Mooney, or Osborne. I'm going to start Mooney, I believe. It's not that good, right? Watered down. It's because Mom got it yesterday. She did. I know it's bad. I'm going to start Mooney, slightly one spot over Parker. Brady or Hurts. I have Brady higher. Pittman or Cooks. I have Pittman higher. Davis or St. Brown. I have St. Brown higher. First championship, no Kirk. So Tua, Lance, or Jones. I'm going to go with Lance. Full PPR, CPAT or Keyshawn Vaughn. I'll go with CPAT. AB or Odell. I'll go with AB. Antonio Brown. Hill, Lamb, Samuel. Full PPR. I got to go with Hill in that one. Dare, Mike Evans, or Mike Williams. I'll go with Dare. Full PPR, pick one. Dawson Knox, James Conner, Michael Carter. I'll go with Michael Carter over all of those options. You okay? OBJ or Agumbawale PPR. I'm fine to go with OBJ there. Full PPR, flex one, Van Jefferson or Jarrett Patterson. I'll go with Jarrett Patterson there. Full PPR, Jarrett Patterson, Connor, Agumbawale, or pick up Burkhead, Boston Scott, Jordan Howard, or AJ Dillon. Wow, you only got one. I'll go with AJ Dillon. Championship flex, Agumbawale or Brandon Cooks. I'll go with Brandon Cooks. Hollywood Brown or Gabe Davis. Other QB is Allen. I will go with Hollywood Brown. Help, Pitts, Everett, or Moreau. I have Pitts the highest. Chubb or Kamara. I have Chubb slightly higher. Penny or Cordero Patterson. Help. I have Penny higher personally. Half point, Darrell Williams, Pittman, or St. Brown. I have Darrell Williams highest. Guys, go set your lineups. It's time. You got 5 minutes to lineup slot. You guys are the best. Thank you. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Really appreciate you. Best of luck in your championships. Let's go bring some home.